trouble, but I'm starting to think that one of the main problems today is that men are being told what a real man is by a woman that had no father.
And why is that, Emily?
Oh, because women that don't have fathers tend to misunderstand men because they unfortunately have never had a healthy relationship with a man, which isn't her fault as a child, but it is her responsibility as an adult to recognize this and to not project that lack of relationship into all men are bad. Does that answer your question?
Why does that woman not have a father?
Oh, you wanted to turn it into another topic that you could blame men for. Some women don't have a father because her mom didn't want her to, or her dad didn't want her to, or maybe life just turned out that way and her dad died.
Did he abandon his family? Did he not live up to the responsibility of having a family? Did he unalive himself? Where's the man's responsibility in that?
Well, you only covered the times that only a man is responsible, so I'm starting to think there's a bias here.
Instead of answering those questions, women like this will attach themselves to the proximity and to the acceptance of vile men.
I'm sorry, did you just call my dad, my two older brothers, my fiance, and my son vile? Because they are in closest proximity to me.
She has accumulated over 3 million followers with these sorts of takes.
Takes a full raw truth that a lot of people have a hard time listening to.
And it's really interesting because as somebody who criticizes men often, who criticizes the patriarchy,
maybe it's because you don't have any men in your life that allows you to overly criticize men without any efforts to learning how they think.
Men see criticism as an attack to their fragile ego.
It's not that they have a fragile ego, it's that you're not making any efforts to know how they think or to understand them.
So a woman like this says, oh, I'm not like those other women. I'm not someone who criticizes you. I feel bad for your bruised ego.
I've never pointed at a woman and said, I'm not like those types of women. I just don't think that it's healthy or fair to criticize someone based on purely their gender. I do criticize actions and behaviors though, and I do see a lot of that on this app from women, unfortunately, that are unwilling to take accountability, and I understand that is hard to hear from another woman.
And what's even more interesting to me is that women are expressing how they want to be treated in relationships, how they want to be co-parented with, and men don't want to listen.
Good men absolutely do care about the woman that he's in a relationship with. He just doesn't care about the opinion of some strange woman on the internet trying to criticize men's gender as a whole.
And from my perspective, why would I ever want to be in a relationship with someone who doesn't want to listen to how I want to be loved, how I want to be invested in, and how I want to be cared for?
But do you want to be in a relationship with a man? I'm so confused.
There is a reason why she has accumulated so many followers. And
maybe we're getting somewhere.
Her comment section is actually my worst nightmare, because if you tell men what they want to hear from their toxic perspective, of course they're going to agree with you.
Oh goodness, I guess not. All I said essentially was that women that don't have healthy relationships with men and no history of a healthy relationship with a man shouldn't be telling men how to be a man. I actually think that the phrase be a man or man up can be quite harmful to men's mental health.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. Women like Emily are a threat to other women, and they perpetuate violence against women.
To claim that this statement alone is tangibly harmful towards women is quite a reach. Maybe you're just pandering to your audience and projecting that. Food for thought.
I don't know who hurt or disappointed that young lady, but if she's going to be the face of future feminist, guess what? You're making predictions come true. Come the year 2040, I say about 50% of you is going to be single and childless. Keep following girls like her. That's going to be your future. Just saying, said what I said. Peace.